Flack math! Give me some math and I'll give you some flack. Flack math!
All right, we're doing 47 and 48. These are, look at 47 and 48. Here's 47. Here's 48.
Beautiful.
That's not bad, right?
That's like a whole lesson.
How come we only did 46 yesterday? Now we do 2.
Well, we're
We
doing,
didn't care.
Other ones we would have done 2 though.
we're just easing back into our normal schedule. Okay?
Math. Shut up.
You shut up.
It's
So we're
not
gonna,
math, it's resource management.
We're gonna talk about exponents and roots with variables. Okay?
Okay.
We're gonna talk exponents.
This is like algebraic stuff.
Yes.
Algebra, not algebra.
With
Algebraic.
variables.
Algebra.
Idiot.
Algebra.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Algebra.
I'm sorry.
Algebra.
First of all, let's do a little bit of review. Tell me what this is as fast as you can.
It is 125.
Woo! Nice. Did anyone think 15 at first and then corrected yourself? You didn't?
No.
I was still reading the problem when he said took my answer, but
Whenever I see this, the first number that pops into my head just naturally is 15. But it's not 15 because it's 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25 times another 5 is 125. Okay, good. All right, so we're not doing anything too different. Hey, dude, how are you? Xander, love you.
Older brothers live in slums.
just walk.
Okay, so this, anybody seen this movie?
Huh?
Has anyone seen this movie?
What's the name of the movie?
You tell me.
Xander Cage.
We would have to find the variable.
Nicolas Cage. Oh, that's not appropriate, Mr. Flack.
No, not the rating of a movie, no. Isn't that a movie with, what's his name?
Diesel.
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Triple X.
Triple X.
Look,
Okay.
Xander Cage, that's what I said.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, so this is,
Cabin.
so this is just X times itself 3 times, okay?
Which equals X.
Which equals X times X times X.
All right, so really, we can't really do much with this, right? Because we don't know what X is.
X, that's what it is.
But if I just said X equals 5,
Then why don't you just write 5?
It's 125.
then you would get 125. So you just plug in 5 for X and do it.
Proves algebra is pointless. Just put numbers there.
Just write numbers.
That is actually.
Mr. Flack, I got a good one.
Yeah.
3.
That's not really. Algebra is just overcomplicated.
Algebra.
Just put numbers there.
Now, here's the deal. You guys have been doing algebra since kindergarten, but now you're just writing it down. So 5 plus what is 7?
What?
3.
I don't know. Tell me what
Okay.
it is. 5 plus 2.
All right, so the what that we did is basically a variable.
Oh. Yeah, well then just replace. At least you didn't write a variable, because that makes it way too confusing.
Bro.
Okay, we don't know what m squared is, right?
Fair fight, man.
But if m equals 3, what's m squared? Oh, whoa.
What is the significance? I'm
trying
trying to be speedy.
But you're not.
Well-
Does it stand for math?
It's
Good
actually
question.
6.
Yeah, isn't it?
Because this,
It's not a thing.
because you,
3
3
times
is,
3 is.
hey guys, so 3 is not the only number you can square. Let's say that your business, what your business does, what your business makes on as a profit is whatever you sell plus a certain amount. Okay, whatever you sell isn't just 3. That's when we use a variable. We can use a variable for whatever we want. We can use that math for anything.
Mr.
Okay.
Flack.
If m equals 3, then m squared equals 9. Good. Yes.
You spelled that at the top of
Exponents slash roots.
3 times 3 equals 6.
Oh, that is rats.
Yeah, it looks like a A. It looks like an A with a little
Well, you
twiggly.
didn't spell roots correctly either. It looks like rats.
Well, your face looks like rats. What? I didn't say that.
When did I ask?
My mouth wasn't on
Alright, you
camera,
ruined it.
so you can't prove that I said that.
I was gonna make kill the vibe. This is gonna kill the vibe of me.
Okay, what about this? Here's example
It's a very
2.
enjoyable vibe.
Oh.
What? What?
He just spat on
I
himself.
think it's 13.
I sprayed myself.
Whoa!
Oh, wait, guys, it's 8, right?
What?
Because 4 times. Wait.
Wait, what? What's the question? We don't
Guys.
even know the. Oh, that's easy. That is.
Is it 36?
I can't think. That is going to be 64.
Which one is E?
Sorry, it took me a while.
Which one is E?
I don't see an E.
Eggs.
What are you talking about? So this is the 3. Okay, so this is 4 to the 3rd. What's 4 to the 3rd?
16.
4 times 4 times 4, which is.
64, bro.
So what you did is you said 4 times 4.
Where's the 4 coming
Times
from?
3.
64, right there.
You're on
64.
smart.
Looking at the example.
I
I'm looking
said
at the
that.
calculator too. I said
As
number.
be smart.
I literally
Oh my
said
gosh,
that.
I was literally doing that. I thought it was EX squared.
You know,
EA Sports.
I did that at first because I was used to writing exponents. So at example 2, I put EX squared.
What?
Example squared.
Henry, do I go for it?
All right, 2 more examples and we're done with this lesson.
Oh,
Quick.
Okay, you let
Gotta
me know
give
if
us
you
3
need more.
problem set
Do
question.
it.
Not on this lesson. This lesson's too easy.
No, it's not. I was like the only one who got it.
I
got 64.
I said it.
I got 65.
I said it too.
Okay, what about this?
What's with the van?
I forgot how to do roots. What? The square root of 27.
It's cube root. Not square.
Cube root. Oh,
It's 3.
3. Yeah.
That's right. So you're just
I
plugging
said
in
before you. And I was
27.
guessing.
Great.
So you have to ask yourself what times itself 3 times, not what times 3. This is not 9. Okay? Many of you thought 9. This is not 9. It's what number times itself 3 times. Not added to itself, but times itself. So what number times itself 3 times
What?
equals
3.
27.
3 times 3
I
is
said
9,
before, Nathan, I'm
and
satisfied.
9 times 3 is 27.
Even though I was guessing, I got it right.
How are you?
I said 9 and I was like, wait, that's
Okay.
not right.
All right, so example 4, and then we're done.
Make
Okay?
it like a hard one for once.
It's hard to make these difficult.
Oh,
Because we can use calculators.
This
Just
is
do
making
French.
confusing.
Oh, the quadruple root of 64.
Not the quadruple root.
7 and
What root?
3
4.
It is 4, but the third root, because n is 3. The third root of 64. What times itself 3 times equals 64? 4 times 4 times 4.
I
Yo,
looked
that's
at
so gnarly.
So what I did is I cheated and I looked at the question above it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, that's a good way to cheat. That's good. You can, and that's not cheating.
Right under it.
All right. You guys good with these?
Guys, who votes on
Nothing new. All we're doing is replacing letters with numbers and then doing the math that you already know how to do.
Like Ben said, I could just put numbers there.
You could.
Vote lost.
Just
Yeah,
put a
that
number in it.
would work probably a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think that it would people wouldn't
Does
care.
this
So
one
honest,
broken
it'd be
to you?
sus.
I'm drowning.
No one cares.
We're gonna let you drown in.
I got the restroom.
No, because you
Good
guys are like mean people.
You're gonna go drown yourself in the toilet. So no.
Hey, Mr. Flack.
I need a
I
napkin.
don't know. You know way to clean that up.
Yeah, I have stuff to clean it. I just haven't done it. I
Put
will.
sanitize on it and it makes it black.
40%. Same.
All right.
Same.
You ready to move on to lesson 48?
Probably.
Mentally,
I
Oh, okay.
So Lego,
The
let's
marker's gone.
Okay, lesson 48. We're going to talk about fractions of a number. Okay, fraction of a number. Now, the book says, gives you a couple different strategies, but I'm gonna just give you one that I think works every time. If you have another way you like to do this, that's fine, but this is gonna be easier. All right, now, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to close all your apps. So turn off all your brain functions.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just fall
So-
asleep.
Alright.
Okay, now here's the only thing I want you to turn on is your translator app. So you're not gonna do any math. You're not gonna do anything else. You're just gonna translate this English sentence
To Espanol,
into math.
¿cómo estás?
And you know how to do that.
No habla español.
So your brains are supposed to be off, which means your vocal functions are disabled.
I don't speak Spanish.
Okay, hey, brain off, brain off,
Brain off.
brain off. Okay, ready?
Wait, this is like a trick question.
Yes.
How are we supposed to turn the question into a fraction?
has algebra.
No, your brain functions are off. Now you're opening your translator app. So all you're gonna do is translate this.
Yeah,
My
idiot.
translator doesn't support math.
So what
Mine's
fraction?
Espanol.
My English.
English.
I don't speak Spanish. Very good.
What fraction of
Yeah.
75 is 25? Now don't try to think about this.
I already thought about it.
Don't try to use math. Here's
Wait,
what I want you to do.
75 is 25.
What?
No, so
Can you
what
just let me
fraction?
solve
Oh, I got it.
I know, it's tempting. So I'm starting with an easy example so you know how to do it with an
Is
easy
that an
example.
S or?
What fraction of 75 is 25? Okay.
Like you spelled 25.
So in algebra, how do you say what fraction?
What
Of
fraction?
division of.
No, we're not to of yet, but that is
Of division.
not division, that's multiplication. How do you say what fraction? Xavier?
Over.
Over? Well, that's how you make a fraction, but remember, you're not doing math.
I know the answer to this.
If the sentence has a what in it, then that's usually the variable. So what variable do you want to choose for what fraction?
X.
7.
What variable, what letter do you want to choose
Hey,
for what
hey.
fraction?
F.
R. Fraction.
Hey, watch your language. So what fraction? So we're going to use F.
No.
Okay, so far so good?
I know what it is. I know what it is.
What is it?
1/3.
Okay,
Why don't we
but
just use the
let's
number?
do this, and that's an easy example.
I thought it was.
So how do you say of in math?
Multiplication.
Multiplication.
Wait, why don't
Okay,
we
here's
use
an
the
easy one. How do you say 75 in math?
75.
75.
75.
Flack, I feel like I'm getting
the numbers.
taught by a third grader. Because only
Okay,
because you
that's because
asked
your
what,
brains are off.
only because you asked what 75 is.
How do you say, this is fourth grade.
Like,
How do you say
Well, maybe I am a
is
4th grade.
in math? What is in math?
equal.
Equals, that's right.
The number.
So this is equals. All right, now how do you say 25 in math?
25.
95.
25. Now,
Oh my God.
22.
look at this beautiful little equation. Now you can close your translator app. Now turn on your algebraic equation solving app.
I don't have that app.
Okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I have an Android. Mine doesn't support that.
Mine's Apple doesn't support it.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
Apple
sorry, I
supports
have a
everything
flip
that's
phone.
computer.
Yeah, I can't do it yet.
Right.
Okay.
Did you just
I have a
disrespect the
tutorial and
Android?
It doesn't support it.
Android is.
So guys,
Android.
now we just have a multiplication
Hail
problem.
Android.
Now watch this. Watch this.
I don't know what
This
F
is,
is.
shh, this is algebra. Remember the main goal. I know what to do. Okay, the main goal in solving an equation, everyone look, eyes up here, eyes up here.
Eyes up
The
here.
main goal is to get the variable by itself,
I know,
right?
I know.
So what do you have to get rid of?
You have to do 75 divided by 75.
Yes, so to get rid of something that's being multiplied, you have to do the opposite operation. So to get rid of that, it's 75.
And then do it to the 25.
And this is the symbol we use for division. But
Yep.
look, what else is that symbol used for?
Fraction.
That's a fraction. Now you can reduce this. What goes into both 25 and 75?
25, 1/3.
25, you can divide by 25,
Did you just say?
and you get 1/3.
25. Daddy.
Good.
Or
Okay.
we could just put the number.
Now,
Middle
turn your
school.
brains back on. Turn your brains back on and replace this with your variable.
My brain won't turn back on.
33.33.
Guys, my turn, okay? What fraction? Well, if the fraction's 1/3, let's see if this makes sense. 1/3 of 75 is 25. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Yes. So that's when your brain will come in handy. But here's the deal. When you don't need your brain to translate, you know what this is because that's the variable. Just pick that first letter. You know what of is because we've talked about it multiple times, literally, multiply. You know what 75 is? It's kind of one of those words in Spanish, like how do you say no in Spanish?
No.
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 So numbers are like that. You can translate numbers to numbers. That's pretty easy. That's equals. So see how we didn't really use our brain. And then when you solve an equation, you're not really thinking about fractions and what part of that is this. You're not doing that. Your algebra is doing the thinking for you. Okay? And the only thing you have to worry about in solving an equation, Savior, is to get the variable by itself.
Call me Savior.
Okay?
Our
So
Savior.
to get rid of
Never.
something, to get rid of something that's being multiplied, what do?
Divide.
Divide. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. Everything's got to be even in that equation. And then you get your answer and you're done. Okay, let's try another one. See if you guys can do this on your own.
I don't need no paper.
Solution? Put the
Ready?
number instead of the variable.
Here's example 2.
They call me Trill.
Okay, try to use a number instead of a variable.
Oh, he's good. That was clean.
5/7
Okay.
of
Pencil, I lost yours.
what number is 5/2? Okay, this you will not be able to do this in your head.
I can.
So-
Watch me.
What are your 2 steps?
Yeah, I can.
You do stuff.
Step 1.
Divide.
No.
Step
No.
1. You
See,
do
that's
math.
math. You don't do math. You don't need to do math. Step 1 is what?
We're in math class.
Turn off your brain and translate. Step 2, solve the equation. Do it.
What?
Yeah, next game. Oh.
So if you're using your calculator, that's fine, but if you're using a calculator right now, that's not going to help you translate.
Think I should
You
get
have to
paper out?
decide what to do first before you can do any kind of math.
You think I should get
What's
paper
that
out?
second
I
Calculator?
decided what to do, but I'm confused.
Serifs?
Calculators can't tell you what to do.
If you're confused, you're doing it wrong because you're using your brain. Don't use your brain. Translate.
Well,
What's
you
your
gotta
brain?
use your brain
I
to translate.
translate.
That's
Total.
what I did, but now I don't know what
If-
this is.
What is that second word?
5/7
That's
of
sevenths?
Can't you just put the number
Mr.
there
Flack, you
instead
need
of
some
the
handwriting school.
words?
You're
Handwriting
probably
school?
right. I wish
Yes,
there
that's
was a school.
No. I
Oh wait,
really
there
think
is.
that's it.
Online courses.
Very fun.
Look.
I almost laughed too.
Several. That's what it looks like.
Or you could just put the
Looks like Severus.
It looks like seven to me.
It was like Sarah.
Austin, stop.
Hey, guys.
You're wearing the same shoes.
You're wearing the same shoes. I'm wearing the same shoes as Austin.
Minus.
Okay,
What's the page?
I'm just guessing. Is it 7/2?
7/2. Let's see if you're right. Anyone else have anything different?
Probably not right.
Uh,
No.
7/2.
I got 7/2.
Yeah.
7/2.
Okay, what's step 1?
I
Who wants to translate this for me?
Not me.
I'll try.
All right, Emerson, how do you say 5/7?
7/5.
What?
Or 5/7. You guys decide.
7 over 5. 5 over
Okay. All right. Now, Emerson, how do you say of?
Of.
5. Multiply.
Good job. What's of mean in math?
Multiply.
Okay. Now, here's something that potentially tricky, I guess. How do you say what number?
What number?
Good job.
Wait, did I set it up right?
Henry, how do you say what number?
X.
Yeah, you can use a variable. Here's what I would do. I'm
Okay.
going to say
N.
n.
Because number.
Okay, x is fine too.
That's
But
what
I try to avoid x as much as possible. Why do I avoid x?
It's because it's an unknown variable.
It could be like times.
Yeah, it looks like a multiplication symbol. Okay? Now, how do you say is 5 halves?
It
Is 5 halves.
equals.
Good
5.
job. All right, now it gets a little tricky, but not too tricky for Austin.
That's true. And
You got it right.
Yes, he did.
He's
So
lucky.
how do you get rid of that 5/7? Because your goal, right, is to get the n by itself. The n is not by itself, so you have to kill off this dude. What is this dude's weakness?
He was murdered by the imposter.
It's opposite.
Division, because this guy is superpower is multiplication, so to
I
get rid
hate
of him,
math.
division. So how do you divide by a fraction?
You don't copy dot plot.
Copy dot flop, that's right. So look,
You can't do math.
this is the hardest part. Now finally we get to do some math. We have to remember how to divide fractions. How do you divide fractions, Xavier?
You don't.
You don't. What do you do? What do you do? How do you divide fractions?
You multiply
don't.
them.
You copy dot plot.
Copy dot flop. Okay, so n is gonna be copy
What?
It's not worth it.
copy the 5 halves,
How do you do math?
dot the division, so, and then flop the second fraction, whatever you're dividing.
If you don't.
Thanks, chicken.
So what happens when you multiply, guys, look at this.
Mr. Flack. You said 7 over 2.
Oh, 7 over 5.
Oh,
We
free
should
problem
buy
set.
this math.
I've got a free problem.
Ready?
Austin got a free
Yeah.
problem set.
I'll give you a free problem set, but I want you to know that I didn't really think it was 7 halves. I was just talking and I wrote it.
I'm out.
I just don't want you to think less of me, but I will give you a free problem set. Okay, so what do we do now? There's 2 options.
And then you cross.
Wait, how'd you get?
You can cross reduce. Do you see how I got 7/5?
Yeah.
Because I flopped 5/7.
Don't freaking flop 5 seconds instead.
Does that make sense, Ben?
Flop the other one.
Yeah,
Why
I
didn't you flop the other
guess.
one?
You did the wrong flop.
I need
You're
some
supposed
human
to flop the
participation
second one.
here.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's the second one.
But she's a dog.
no, do the 5 seconds. Flop that one.
No, it's not
This,
that one.
oh, see, I see what you're thinking. If you look at the equation, this is the second one, but this is not what you're dividing. You flop whatever you're dividing by. See, we're not dividing by 5 halves. We're dividing by 5/7. To get rid of 5/7, you have to divide by 5/7.
But you switched the fractions around.
So
That's cap.
this is not a division problem, guys.
You're adopted.
This is a multiplication problem.
Is?
My division problem is 5 halves divided by 5/7.
Oh,
Okay, so now this is a common mistake. I'm glad you brought it up. Most of the time when you see this on a test, you're gonna go, oh, I got a copy dot flop, so copy dot flop. Nope. See how I copy dot, you don't copy dot flop a multiplication problem. You only copy dot flop a division problem. So you need to have a division problem first before you can copy dot flop it.
The answer is 7 over 2.
Okay, because when you multiply, the 5s cancel. You don't have to cross reduce. First,
Get it so fast.
you can go 35 over 10 and then reduce that to 7 halves. And there's your answer. Okay?
wow.
Whoa.
All right, we're gonna do one more. And I want you guys to all do it. All right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna
Sir,
count the
yes,
cards.
sir. Captain, sir. Type math teacher.
I'm getting out my sharpened pencil used by Mr. Flack branded pencil sharpeners.
Emerson.
Shut up.
I would have been me, but I'm only mean.
Oh,
I'm only
my
mean.
pencil.
I'm
Okay,
only
ready?
mean to Austin.
Here's example 4. Skipping. What
Wait,
number?
is this a free problem set question?
No.
Freak!
What number is 7/9 of 450?
Wow.
So, translate and then solve. And this one actually is an easier equation to solve if you translate it correctly.
What is that? What is it? What is the term? 450. Oh, okay.
What number
How was that?
is 7/9 of
It's not.
450? So translate first and
Mr.
then
Flack?
solve. Yes.
Mr. Flack, you put an example 4 instead of an example 3.
I skipped example 3.
He said you was gonna skip it.
Ooh.
I know it's hard to pay attention, but I believe you.
Ooh.
Why do you be mean like
I got stuck.
I don't know. It's pretty entertaining.
You're depressing.
I figured.
You know what
This
depresses
is like
me?
big numbers.
This depresses me.
Uh,
Okay, guys.
Math depressed me.
I'm doing
Guys,
it. I'm doing it. I don't understand.
Mr. Flack, would you help us riot against school?
Yes.
I really
Would
don't
it
understand
help
how this is
riot
supposed
in
to be.
Yeah.
school?
Against school.
Bro,
What do you
No.
what?
this is a big number.
But I would like
I
to say
don't
good
get it.
question, but
But it wasn't a good question.
you know when they say no question is a dumb
Whoa.
question?
Yeah.
That was a dumb one.
Yeah. I mean, who needs school?
That was.
When are we gonna use this in real life, you know?
He gave this to me.
Yeah, good luck with that. So let's see, if the fraction of the bridge that you're living under has a 77% chance of collapsing, then what are your chances of survival?
30. 23.
Negative.
27.
You better figure that out because you will be living under that bridge.
That's
Oh.
me.
Heyo.
That was uncalled for.
Or we could
Yeah.
just put the number in.
No.
Or we could just put a number in it.
Just
put a
read the
number
bridge.
in it.
That's how you live.
Yeah.
The
that's
answer
smart.
is what number?
Move to a different bridge. The answer, the answer, it's number.
No, look.
It's the
What
correct one.
number is in fact 7/9 of 450? At least one, right? All right.
That's what I want you to do. I want you to put a
One
number
of
in.
7.
Hey,
So five, the answer is at least over. It's at least over 0/1. It's at least higher.
I'm
than
gonna
that.
say-
I know it's.
The number
Wait, guys,
is
I got
8.
it.
Hey, the answer is big, but it's
Actually, no, it's
3,000.
9. It's
You
9.
get 3,000.
All right, guys, I'm working on it.
It's 9.
Oh yeah.
You didn't do it right.
So we
I got
may have to
this.
spend more time on this. If you
I
guys
got-
can't get
hold
this.
on.
I got
got it.
3,650 over 7.
This is actually a little bit easier than the other two
It's
problems.
literally not.
All right.
So if you can't get this one, we
No, let
may
me
need to
think about
rethink
this. Guys, if you think about it.
this lesson.
Actually, I have an idea.
I got my answer.
What?
It's just the wrong answer.
I got my answer.
I got 7 and I'm
I
working
got my
on. I'm
answer.
cooking
It's
up a
probably
new
wrong,
one.
but
All right.
Xavier, can I borrow your calculator?
no, I have the answer.
I got 3,650 over freaking 7.
What number is my
Oh, what?
Well, I can tell you. It's 5,
Uh,
7.
I did 9 times
8,
450. I don't know.
4, 2, and
What?
8, and 6.
What? Because you have to write them as fractions.
Well,
I know.
I actually do know.
And a decimal point in there.
I actually do know.
What'd you get?
350 over 1.
Okay, that's correct.
Or
Let's go!
Or you could just say 350.
You didn't teach it right,
Wait,
Mr.
how-
Flack.
I never
Because
get
I
to
did
do
what
it
we did on the
right.
other
This
one.
is
And I'm
really
wrong.
exciting.
Oh, if you did what you did on the other ones, then you did it wrong.
578.7.
I didn't even.
Then you didn't do it the way I taught you, did you?
No, I did
So
not.
what's the
I did
first
the way
thing
my
I
mom
taught
taught
you, Nathan? What's the first step I taught you?
I got it right, but I don't know.
Translate.
Translate. How do you translate this?
E.
You divide
You put a
450
number
by
there.
7
N
and then
times
multiply that by 9.
7
Ooh, did you say n times?
No, n
That-
equals.
Yes. Look at this word. That's not of. That's is, which is equals. Okay, and then how do you say 7/9?
Yeah.
7/9.
Actually easier.
Is it 7/9?
Alright,
And then how do you say
part of it, and then I
of
couldn't figure out the
450?
next part.
Multiplication,
Literally, you just reduce.
450.
Okay,
Remember, I got the answer by the-
now, Nathan, is
Yeah.
this what you got when you translated?
Yeah. Yeah, except I
No.
didn't have the N, I had an E. I had Z. Are you kidding me? Because I want to go to sleep.
Raise your hand if this makes sense.
Eight.
If this is a good if you understand this translation.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is word for
I
word.
did 9/7 times 450 over 1.
Yeah, I got
So you
it.
flip
I
something.
got
For some reason you're flipping
I got
something.
578.
You only flip division problems.
571.
Nobody told you to write a division problem.
Yeah, it says of, so now I have to do the opposite.
Well, if you wanted to get the variable by itself, but look, the variable's already by itself. So you just have to do this math.
I don't like math.
So you just cross reduce the.
Well, it's got numbers in it, just like you like it.
What?
So how do you multiply that? What do? You can cross reduce.
Yep.
If you want, you get blah, 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 blah. That goes in 50 times.
And then you
Whoa.
7 times 50
I wish
is
I had that.
350.
I got 7. That is a number on there.
350 over 1.
I should have gotten that.
You could have multiplied. So what you did, Nathan, is you multiplied 9/7 times 450.
Mm-hmm.
You got that 3650 over 7.
Yep.
So the only thing you did wrong was you flipped 7/9. Don't flip it until if you have to get rid of a fraction being multiplied, that's when you copy that flop it.
Okay.
All right, guys. That's it for 48.
Black math. Give me some math and I'll give you some flack. Black math.